Hi, my name is Chris Bober, and you're listening to the Bober Academy Football Podcast, where we discuss all things football, primarily focusing on linemen. This podcast is brought to you by the Bober Academy, where our mission is to train and develop superior linemen to dominate on the gridiron. Well, the 2020 high school football season has kicked off here in Nebraska, and in an effort to highlight superior line play, we'll be featuring a lineman of the week as nominated by their coach. Now, before we get started, it's my duty to remind you that you can subscribe to the Bober Academy podcast by clicking on the subscribe button wherever you find your podcast, and you'll be receiving weekly reminders and weekly updates throughout the season. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to click on the subscribe button and also the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time we drop a new video. So week one is in the books, and today we're joined by head coach Tom Van Hout of the Gross Catholic High School Cougars to talk about the Cougars' 34-7 victory over Mount Michael. We're also joined by one of their stud linemen, Sal Nacarelli, who coach is nominated as our lineman of the week. So guys, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast featuring O linemen. So thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Chris. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. So coach, yeah, buddy. Coach, tell me about, we started week one, and I went out to the game, obviously, because you guys are big supporters of us. Sent almost your whole line down to my O-line camp this summer, where I saw a ton of improvement, tons of potential for these guys. You're all ready for the season opener at Mount Michael, and adversity hits right away, right? Because I was driving out there and it started to hail, and I tried to outrun the hail, and I drove all the way to Arlington trying to get out of the hailstorm, but the game's delayed by a good 45 minutes. What was your message to your team? I mean, I know you guys are really ready to go. I mean, it's hard to hold these guys back, right?
Yeah, it was definitely difficult. Seeing the kids sitting in the locker room there, and they're jonesing to get out there, and we're asking, every 2 seconds, when we getting out there. So, this group is a very focused group, so I wasn't too concerned about where they were mentally. So, I was very, very pleased and excited with how they handled those adverse situations, and, the outcome kind of spoke for itself.
How about you, Sal? What was it like in the locker room? Like, how were you personally feeling, and what was your message to your teammates?
I was locked in, but other kids, the younger kids, they were kind of out of it, kind of messing around. But I didn't go there to mess around. I went there to win. So we had to make sure everyone was on check.
Yeah, I know that it was always hard because I've been in those situations too, where I always timed it up, right? Like I had to hit a certain intensity level as I ran out of the tunnel, and it had to be hard to kind of hold yourself back, right? Because football's such a, I'm not saying emotional, but really you got to get your blood up to go out there and play full speed. How did you handle just having to wait? Did you just pull it back a little bit and start it later, or were you already kind of worked up and had to calm yourself down?
Well, I was worked up at first, and then I calmed down, took a deep breath, listened to some music, went out there. We turned the corner, saw the fans, and it just blood shot right back up.
Nice.
Adrenaline pumping.
Nice. And there was a good crowd out there. I know that. Mount Michael it's a venue where all the fans sit on one side. So you're right next to the Mount Michael fans. There's not a ton of room, but it was packed out there. Tons of students. So good to see the students back. I mean, I saw more students at that game than we saw all last year, and that was an away game for you guys. But awesome environment. You guys came out. So, Coach, tell me, coming out in the game, what are your feelings about how you guys started that game?
Yeah, the first drive was fantastic. We were able to take almost 6-7 minutes off the clock, and really executed our run schemes. We came out with the mindset that we were gonna pound the rock that first drive, and we did exactly that. Kids did a great job. They gave us some different looks up front, but we managed that pretty well, and just kind of out physicaled them at certain points. And that first drive was a great way to kick off the first drive of the season.
Yeah. How about you guys? How about you, Sal? How'd you feel like the game started especially for the big guys up front? I know I always run in my coaches to hey man, just let us come off the ball. Let us run the ball and try to impose our will. How do you guys think you guys did to start that game?
We did very good. Just pure dominance off the ball. Just what we preached all week, what we were going to do. Just great drive by our running backs, fullbacks, O-line, everybody. Just perfect.
Nice. Yeah, you guys definitely had a lot going for you to start. And then, as I remember, maybe about the second quarter, you guys hit a little bit more adversity. I think you might have had a turnover in there. A couple things. I know they changed up the scheme on you a little bit. And what I noticed is they were really loading up in the box, like shooting guys in A gaps, just trying to, because they knew you could run the ball. You got big dudes up front. You got a fullback, which is very, very rare. And you guys are running the ball, but you guys kind of changed it up a little bit, right? I saw you guys bring out the option a little bit, and that was successful. Coach, is that something you saw that maybe if they started trying to stop you inside, you could hit them on the outside?
Yeah, absolutely. We took a look at our option game, and then we also ran some outside zone and stretch. Kind of slow them down inside. They're pretty blitz heavy on first down, so we tried to exploit that, with our option game, and kids really responded, and that in turn opened up our power and midline game. So it was really good to see the kids execute that and make the proper adjustments over the course of the game.
How about you, Sal? I know you guys kind of got, I'm not gonna say stuffed, but they were putting a lot of bodies up in the middle. What was your message to your teammates? I know you're one of the leaders out there, and how did you guys handle that up front?
Just communication, talking before the play, keep your head up, know your dudes, use your hands, good eyes, and they weren't big enough to beat us with strength. The only thing they could beat us with was speed, I think. So if we had good hands, everything, stayed on our blocks with our quarterback getting his running back, we had great option to the outside, great play action pass, everything we needed.
Yeah, I feel like the play action pass got set up big time. And Coach, you guys got I know you're rotating quarterbacks in there, but it seemed like you got one of those guys that can really sling the ball. And because the running game really set up the play action, tell me about how you guys kind of exploited them down the field a couple times during this game.
Yeah, absolutely. We played three quarterbacks, and all three quarterbacks give us something different and can execute the offense in different ways. But yeah, the run game really set up our play action and really gave us an opportunity to take some bigger shots, and we executed. We had 2 touchdown passes, one from Colby Duncan, one from Henry Tunison. The run game really set that up to make those easily executed. So, when you pass 8 times a game, you complete 4 of them for 2 touchdowns. I'll take that.
Yeah, and Sal, tell me about the guys up front. How did you guys feel when you watched the film, and what are some of the highlights of things you did well, and then maybe some things that you guys can work on?
I think we pulled very well up front. We were good, but we kind of over pursued and under pursued to a second level. Missed some blocks that should have been made for bigger gains, and communication and a couple of false starts just kind of pain in the butt.
Yep. And I always remember, and I've seen this in high school a lot, that the first game you're so ramped up, it's really easy to get worn out. Like you have this kind of high of coming out, especially the first drive, and then all of a sudden you start getting a little bit out of breath. How did you feel? I know you were playing both ways, doing a lot of stuff. How did you feel in the game? You can always have improvement, but playing both ways, how do you handle that?
Just go till I can't go no more. And I have people that will come in, give me breaks, but I got to be good for offense. Defense, we got more bodies, but offense, I got to be good.
Oh yeah, us O-linemen are way more important, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, after watching the film, tell me about how these guys grade it out. Like, how do you guys do it? How do you guys come back and watch film, and then maybe go out and work on some things? How has it been from what you've seen in the game to practice this week?
Yeah, so we as a coaching staff watch the film, and then we bring the kids in on Monday and kind of talk, and then we make our adjustments and go out there and then actually just walk through it on the field. So it was good to get ourselves on film and address some of those things like Sal said, getting to second level defenders, third level defenders, and giving us the opportunity to break off some more home run runs. That will give us that opportunity. But the kids graded out really well. All the kids but one were returning starters from a year ago. So that game experience was really noticeable with this group. But overall, I'd give them a B+ for the game. So I know we still got still got a little more in the tank, but overall, pretty dang good job by the big boys up front. Rushed for over 240 yards, and milked a lot of time off the clock for us.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do that every week, you'll be in great shape. Sal, tell me about your guys up front. So I saw that you're not playing guard, where I remember last year seeing you out there at tackle. Tell me about some of the other guys up front, your buddies, and how they're doing and what you guys are looking forward to.
Ryan Weiss, the young buck, he's doing well. Big body, just loves just to get dirty.
Yeah.
Sam, great center, low pad, small dude, just working hips, beautiful. Carson, he's like me, like my twin brother. Basically just loves the pole, put his head down, run people over. Gio is just giant, just runs dudes over.
Yeah. Now, you guys also have, obviously, you guys play some tight ends, but you guys have a pretty rare thing in having a true fullback. And I say this because his dad is one of my best friends. But tell me about your fullback, Gilbert. It's just a hard-nosed guy, and he's got an average more than 5 yards a pop. And it's a really rare thing in high school football these days to have a fullback. He's kind of like another lineman. Coach, how have you used him? I know you're using him a lot, which I love. Tell me about some of the things you're doing with a fullback and kind of your big package.
Yeah, absolutely. He's he's an integral part of our offense, whether he's lead blocking or taking the direct handoff there. He had 6 carries. He averaged over 8 yards a carry. And he's such a big piece to our offense, and just another component that defenses had to prepare for and scout and stop. So Tommy's done a great job. He kind of came on over the course of the season for us last year, and now Owen Brennan has also kind of embraced that role at fullback. So between those two guys, they've taken it upon themselves to kind of be the extension of the offensive line and get in there and get nasty with it. So they're a huge part of our game planning, and then obviously executing our game plan. So you'll only see us use the fullback more and more. I think between our two fullbacks, we had 7-8 carries. You'll probably see that double in the upcoming weeks.
Nice. Sal, what do you think about the fullbacks? Do you guys treat them as another lineman? You guys kind of bring them into the fold and kind of, they like to get dirty. They're not like those running backs that are worried about touchdowns. They're worried about blocking first and foremost. How do you guys interact with those fullbacks?
Glorified guards is what they are. They're just another lineman that are just fast. Tommy runs a lot of.
Yeah, they do well, Coach. I mean, you can put Gilbert at guard and put Sal at fullback, maybe on goal line or something. Also linemen, we always got to try to get somehow to get the ball. I was the third tight end a couple of times when I was at the Chiefs, but they never threw the ball my way. I just don't know why. So coming up, Coach, you guys start out the season 1-0. Tell me how your schedule lays out and kind of what are your thoughts for the season? Like, what's your goals? How do you see this season laying out for you guys?
Yeah, I'm first off, I'm really excited about our group. We had great buy-in over the course of the summer. Kids did everything we asked of them, and I've been at Gross for 7 years, and this is probably the best collective group summer weight room conditioning, extracurricular activities that I've been a part of. So the expectation for us is very high, and the group of linemen that we have on both sides of the ball is something pretty special. You have a group of 5 kids that are all over 265 pounds. Bought in. You can get a lot of stuff done, but we're going to take it 1 week at a time. We're excited to play Seward. They got a hell of a good quarterback over there that I feel like we're prepared for. Got a good game plan for, but I don't want to look ahead too much. With this group, 1 week at a time. We got a pretty tough schedule. We got a lot of top 5 teams coming up here in the upcoming weeks, but I'm telling our kids we're worried about Seward. That was the message today. We're worried about Seward, nobody else. We got to take care of business, physically dominate the football game.
Well, so it's pretty cool that that, just so you know, Sal, I'm planning on doing this for a lot of teams around the area, and you guys were the first one I saw. I really want to support you guys because you guys came out and worked hard at my camp. I saw a lot of potential. But what does it mean for you when I ask your coach, hey, nominate a player of the game, nominate your best lineman and a guy who played good and is a leader, and he chose you. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? What kind of responsibility do you think that entails?
A lot. I'm very thankful that coach nominated me, but I can't do it without my other teammates. Up front, good double teams, and my running back, they make me look good too. I make them look good. But overall, just a team effort.
Yeah, my feeling is offensive line is such a unit. You get judged by your entire unit, and you don't always get glory. But if you do something bad, sometimes they might know who you are. So you want to be kind of anonymous. But my goal here is at Bober Academy podcast. What I want to do is I want to highlight you guys. So I've seen all the work you've done. It's kind of interesting, Coach. Obviously, we all know each other. Our families know each other. I went to high school with Sal's dad, who he's a couple years older than me, but I played football at South with him, and I played baseball with him too, a lot of baseball too. And he was one of the hardest hitting linebackers we ever had. Just a tough dude. I see a lot of that in Sal and his mom, and I know the whole family and a lot of those guys out there, a lot of South Omaha kids. So I'm glad to see you guys doing well. I want to wish you guys well for the year. I hope to get back out and see you guys play. And I really enjoyed seeing some of the things that maybe we covered in our line camp. And I saw it translate out in the field, right? Some of the things, just staying in a good position, having a good stance, finishing, all kinds of things like that. So I'm going to keep on putting stuff out there to help you guys out. And I just wish you guys the best this year. I know you guys are really excited about this season. You got a lot of work to do, but you got a good group of guys out there. And I want to wish you guys just the best here. So thanks so much for coming on this, our first one. We're going to keep on doing this, keep on making O-line look great. Let those, quarterbacks and running backs talk to the paper. You guys can talk to the pros here at the Bober Academy. So thanks so much for having us on, guys. We really appreciate it. Sal, I'm going to get both you guys some gear. I got some Bober Academy gear I'm going to get out to you guys. But just as a reminder, if you're watching this podcast, be sure to click on the subscribe button so that you can get notified of these podcasts wherever you find them. I'm going to be on YouTube, all the social media. Please like, comment, share. And if you have any questions, just go to boberacademy.com where you'll find anything and everything about offensive line. So thanks so much, guys. Good luck this week versus Seward. I hope you come away with the W. Really appreciate you coming on, man. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.